But how did Robert Kardashian Sr.'s family come to America? Did an 11-year-old boy's prophecy lead them to flee their homeland?
Oh, I love you more than words can say.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's your boy again, Shady, the one and only. And guys, we are back here again today on this beautiful day. Today, guys, we are going to check out the famous Armenians. And today is the Kardashians. I said Kardashians. The Kardashians, marked by their controversial family roots. Okay, they're controversial family roots. I know that they are Armenian. I say Armenians. They're Armenians. Yeah, so let's check this out. But before we start, guys, let's check out Curious Sips. Give them a subscribe, give them a like, and boom, let's get this started.
Hey Curious.
Hello.
How many of you can say you have heritage from a different country?
Me, Nigeria, Portugal.
And how many of you can say that you are familiar with the country's culture?
Nigeria, yeah. Portugal, no.
One celebrity family has been very vocal about their heritage and also very proud of it. I'm of course talking about America's first family, the Kardashians.
America's first family? What happened to the first lady and the president? I don't know, the first family.
If you're a fan of the show, then you definitely know about the Armenian heritage from their father's side. Then again, Kim has been so vocal and passionate about her culture and rediscovering her roots in recent years that even if you are not a fan, you would have heard about it. But how did Robert Kardashian Sr.'s family come to America? Did an 11-year-old boy's prophecy lead them to flee their homeland?
The genocide, yeah? I think that's what made a lot of Armenians leave Armenia.
What terrible event did they narrowly avoid? Why is it that Khloe has been the only one accused of faking her heritage? And how important is it for them to raise their children to know about their roots? Stay with me to find out the answers to these questions. But before we continue, don't forget to hit the bell and the subscription button.
Done. Come on,
Both sides of Robert Sr.'s family had fled their native Armenia for the very same reason. The tragic events that happened to the people of the country between 1914 and 1923. During those years, the Ottoman Empire forces rounded up and expelled, as well as took the lives of 1.5 million ethnic Armenians.
Yeah.
The great-great-grandparents of the famous Kardashian sisters had decided to leave their native land for the same reason. So stay with me to find out exactly what it was that made them pack up their entire lives and leave for the US.
That Armenian genocide is actually, it is a thing. I want to say it's actually a thing, but I've checked out videos already and I see that it's a thing. Yo, like, we can see the evidence around the whole world. Like, it's crazy. Like, the Armenians have been through a lot. I know many countries have been through a lot. Israel have been through a lot as well. Palestine to the Polish to the Africans to, in fact, everybody in the world, basically.
According to documents unearthed by Mail Online, we can find out the family's journey. On her grandmother's side, the family fled from the town of Erzurum, which back then was in Armenia and at the time was ruled by the last Russian Tsar Nicholas II. It was there that in the early 20th century, the family patriarch Hovhannes Mirion decided to take his wife Lushig and daughter Vartanush and leave for America. In another part of the country, the Kardashian family, or the Kardashians as they were known back then,
Oh, it was the Kardashians, not the Kardashians. It was Kardashians, yeah? So they basically changed the name.
We're going through a similar thing. The family were somewhat religious rebels who were at odds with the Orthodox faith in their native land, which had caused them to flee persecution once before from another location deeper in Armenia and settle in the village of Karakali, which today is entirely Muslim outpost in eastern Turkey, where the ruins of the old homes still stand to this day.
Wow.
The reason for the family's problems.
Wow, their land was taken. Like from what this video is saying, their land was taken. Oh my God.
Was because they were part of a sect called the Molokans, which literally translates to milk lovers, as they are so known to drink milk and other banned foods on fast days. So were also known as jumpers, who leapt in the air, raising their hands high during church services, and they were pacifists and adhered to the power of prophecy, which, as you will learn in a moment, was what ended up saving their lives. It all started with a legend that in the 1850s, an illiterate 11-year-old boy, Efim Klubnikin, wrote a prophecy. An extract from his prophecy said, "Those who believe in this will go on a journey to a far land, while the unbelievers will remain in place. Our people will go on a long journey over the great and deep waters. People from all countries will go there." The most important part of his prophecy was him saying that there will be a great war, referring to the horrible things that the people endured at the hands of the Ottomans. Then, later in the first years of the 20th century, the now older Efim renewed his warning that his premonition was now coming to pass. And just like many others, Kim's great-grandfather Tatos would heed Efim's warnings. The record obtained at Mail Online showed that in September of 1913, age 17, he boarded the SS Köln from Bremen, Germany, and headed to Boston. Making his way across the country, he found himself in Los Angeles, the city where his family would make their name.
Oh, Los Angeles. I hear that there is a large population of Armenians in Los Angeles, LA. The city of angels, right?
And opened up a rubbish collection business and married another immigrant from Karakali, Hamis Shakarin. A few weeks later, his parents would also make the same journey. It was there that Vardanush's daughter, Haikui, later known as Helen, who had distinctive blonde hair, married into the Kardashian family after she wed Arthur, and the two ran a meatpacking business in Southern California. The pair had a son named Robert Kardashian, and well, I don't think I need to tell you the rest of the story. We all know that part. So as you can see, the Kardashian family is as Armenian as they could get, going back several generations. It should not have been a shock for Kim when back in 2011, during an appearance on the Lopez Tonight Show, they revealed the results of a DNA test that had been carried out prior to filming. The results showed that Kim was 94% Armenian and 6% Native American, the latter possibly being from Chris's side of the family. That very same year, Mrs. Kardashian West also got upset with Cosmopolitan magazine. Her reason? She did a photo shoot with the publication that would end up in their international magazines, and according to TMZ, her reps were given a list of different countries which would use the photographs, however, Turkey wasn't one of them. Sources said that if she had known, Kardashian would have never approved of it.
I'm not gonna lie, Kim Kardashian, their family, they are very beautiful. They are very beautiful. Even though, yes, I know, I've heard a lot, they did a lot for plastic surgery, they touch up certain things, but they've got very beautiful features thanks to the Armenian side.
To rub salt into the wounds, that magazine was published in April, which is the month during which the Armenians commemorate the crimes committed against their people, which both Turkey and Azerbaijan deny to this day, and either say that it didn't happen or that it was justified at the time. Kim spoke out about this on her blog, where she added that, "My Armenian heritage means a lot to me, and I've been brought up to be incredibly proud of my family's background and culture." The sisters have never shied away from their heritage. In 2008, a few months after her grandmother passed away, Kim made a post on her website where she wrote about her, saying that she was a typical Armenian grandmother who always cooked the best traditional meals, especially the sisters' favorite breakfast called bishi, which were basically fried pancakes topped with lots of sugar. And speaking of food, that was one of the aspects during their 2015 trip to their ancestral land that Kim was most excited about. During that 2015 trip, on the dates that marked the 100th anniversary of the atrocities committed by the Ottomans, Kim and Chloe, along with their two cousins, Kanye and North, visited the country. And they visited a statue in the city's capital, Yerevan, where Chloe shared a photo of them in front of Mother Armenian statue. In the post, she reflected on the country's history by writing, "It can remind viewers of some of the prominent female figures in Armenian history who took up arms to help their husbands in their clashes with Turkish troops and Kurdish irregulars." During the visit, the Kardashian ladies also got to meet with the Armenian Prime Minister. According to People magazine, during their visit, the sisters promised that they would use their platform to be vocal about the crimes committed against their people. The public radio of Armenia also reported that the minister hailed the fact that the members of their family never forgot their roots and added that he hoped their visit would make the country better recognizable. And reportedly, they were honored by such a welcome and confessed that visiting their historic motherland had been a dream for a long time. The sisters also apologized for not speaking the language and said that they were learning. Do you think that now, 5 years later, they have improved?
I mean, 5 years is a very long time. Yeah, it even takes maybe like 6 months to know how to speak a language. And fluency can take up to 3-4 years. So maybe they can speak now.
Can any of you curious speak Armenian? And since their heritage is so important to the sisters, they are also passing it down to their children and teaching them about it. For example, the connection of the name Mason was what convinced the oldest sister, Courtney, to name her son that. Speaking with Life and Style magazine, she revealed that she spoke with her aunt about the different names that she chose, and that the aunt said that Mason means the same thing in English as Kardashian does in Armenian, which is a stoneworker. The reality star said that after she heard it, she just knew that it was meant to be. And of course, we can't forget to mention the moment the last year when the Kardashian West family, as well as Kourtney and her children, flew to Armenia, where Kim and her children were baptized there. Sharing photos to her Instagram account, Mrs. Kardashian West was blessed to have been able to do this at the Mother See of Holy Echmiadzin Cathedral, one of Armenia's main ones. She also added that the church was built in 303 AD. And during that trip, Kim even got to meet with the Armenian Prime Minister, who shared the snap to his Twitter account saying that he made a deal with Kim that she will visit the country more often. But of course, even if the sisters are doing something good and being proud of their heritage, there always have to be some people who have some negative things to say about something.
People always talk. People must talk. That's one thing we must know. People must talk. Like, look at me on my channel. Yeah, people always talk. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I just ignore it.
And this time it was Khloe. What was the reason for it? Well, apparently people assume that she has been faking her Armenian heritage. But let's take a look at what caused this. Taking to her Instagram, her sister shared a photo of herself in a car with a quite chunky necklace, and in the caption, she explained that the extravagant accessory was actually the Armenian coat of arms. To this, many people jumped to the comments writing stuff such as, "But you're not Armenian." To those who have been keeping up with the Kardashians, you get it. Like the show, okay, I'll just continue and leave the comedy to the pros. Okay, so as fans of the show know, there have been long speculations about who Khloe's father truly was, and many claim that she was a result of Kris's rumored affair, and these claims are based on the fact that she does not look like her sisters.
I was literally thinking about it. I was like, she looks different. Like, I'll just say, she looks different. That could be the case.
Though it is worth repeating that what I had mentioned before, that their grandmother Helen also had distinctive blonde hair despite being Armenian, so it can just be easily said that Khloe took after her grandma. Recently, conflict has once again broken out between Armenia and neighboring Azerbaijan. Its origins can be traced back to the early 20th century, though the present conflict began in 1988. The reason for this is that both countries had been fighting over the Nagorno-Karabakh territory, which houses around 150,000 people. Internationally, it is recognized as part of Azerbaijan, but it is claimed and governed by ethnic Armenians. There has been a ceasefire since 1994, and while attacks happened throughout the years, nothing has been as bad as the recent clashes that have re-erupted in the disputed region, which resulted in both countries declaring martial law.
Even right now there are clashes. I heard of an attack that happened, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, where about 6 people were killed.
And being the proud Armenian that she is, recently Kim took to her Instagram account and posted a video in which she announced that she will be donating $1 million to the Armenian Fund and urged her fans to do the same. In the video, she said, "I've been speaking out about the current situation in Armenia and Artsakh and having conversations with so many others to bring further awareness to the crisis that we cannot allow to advance. My thoughts and prayers are with the brave men, women, and children. I want everyone to remember that despite the distance that separates us, we are not limited by borders, and we are one global Armenian nation together." Further on, she also explained that the money that she raised will be used to help civilians who had been impacted or displaced by the conflict. Kourtney and Khloe also announced that they had made a donation. However, they chose not to disclose the amount that they had given. So while the Kardashian sisters are raising their children...
Wow, look at this. Look at this. This too is very easy to be like, yeah, they're sisters, but she actually looks very different, mate. Very different. Not gonna lie.
And teaching them about their heritage, what about the Jenner sisters, whose father was the Olympian Bruce Jenner, now known as Caitlyn? Well, at the moment, only Kylie has a child, as you all know, a daughter called Stormi. And despite living a low-profile life and not doing too many interviews, Travis Scott sat down with Chase B on WAV radio and talked about how he and Kylie are raising their daughter to be a strong woman. Speaking about his little treasure, he said, "I feel like it's way more important now to protect young black daughters, women, and make sure that they have the knowledge of how to carry themselves, how to move in this world, how to be strong, how to not even be scared to take that risk on an idea, jump out on any activity. No more than ever, they have the vision. And so curious, did you know about the Kardashian Armenian heritage? Was there something about the story of their ancestors that surprised you?
To be honest, yeah, I only found out that the Kardashians were Armenian maybe a week ago now. About a week ago now. Yeah, to be honest, like I don't really watch the Kardashians. They're always on the news. They're always on the social media. They're everywhere. But I never really watched it, you know. But yeah, it's interesting to know this.
Are any of you our viewers of Armenian heritage? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you again tomorrow in the next video.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, very interesting one. Very interesting one. So I knew that the Kardashians were Armenian because I found out like I said about a week ago. I even made a video about it as well. Okay, but I didn't know in depth about everything. Okay, I didn't know that that Kardashian was very vocal about it, and also I know that they've got a lot of scandal in the family. I knew that dad became a Caitlyn. Okay, so he went from a man to swapping the gender to a woman. That English was a bit weird, but like yeah, but he changed his, you know, he transfigured. Also, people are saying that probably OJ Simpson might be the dad of Chloe or whatever. Her dad is different. That I heard of. Okay, one thing I must say that I really did like about this is how she's standing for her country. Okay, how she's actually associating with her country, not forgetting their roots. Okay, and actually going back, even donating and giving from the revenue to assist and help the country. I think that everyone should do that. Everyone should need to stand for the country, represent your country, go back to your country when you've made it in life, and then try to help as much as possible. You know what I mean? But I must say, like the drama around the family is just insane. Like recently, I've heard something about something called the Kardashian curse. I don't know how true that is, but I've heard something about that, and maybe we're going to check that out as well. But really, for me, it was a shocker to find out that they were Armenian, and yeah, beautiful. Also, I want to say that from what I've seen so far, from all the Armenian ladies that I've seen from the videos I've checked out, even on Instagrams as well, I'm like, the Kardashians are very lucky. Okay, like they have that distinctive Armenian look. Okay, they have the physique, the features, that beauty. They were blessed with that beauty. Really blessed with that beauty. And yeah, one question I'll ask you guys is that, do you guys really associate with Kardashians? Like, are you guys very proud of the Kardashians? Do you guys watch the Kardashian shows? Do you follow the Kardashian news? It's something I'm really curious about, guys. Do let me know in the comment section. Okay, but anyway, interesting to watch that interesting to watch this video and get the knowledge from it. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you in the next video, guys. Okay, anyways, be a boy Shady one only. Anyways, be a boy Shady one and only. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, give me some love. Peace out.
Oh, and I promise not to leave. Okay.